So you've made the big decision, you've listed your home. Congratulations. That is a huge step and one that deserves to be celebrated. But now a lot of sellers start to wonder, okay, what happens next? What actually goes on after my house is listed? What do I do? Who's doing what behind the scenes? What are the next steps? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. I've helped hundreds of Ottawa homeowners through this exact journey, and today I want to take you behind the scene. In this video, we are going to walk through the entire seller's journey from the day your listing goes live to the moment you hand over the keys and every important step in between. I'll share insider tips, what to expect at each stage, and how you can make the process smoother, less stressful, and ultimately more successful. So grab a coffee, settle in, let's dive right in. The actual listing day is always exciting. Your home officially hits the market, and suddenly it's not just your home anymore. It's a property being seen by buyers across Ottawa and beyond. All the hard work you've been doing so far, it's over. Now it's just a waiting game. Behind the scenes, there's a lot happening. Once the listing is signed and the photos, videos, drones are ready, your home is uploaded to the MLS system, that's the multiple listing service, where thousands of agents and buyers can now see it, not just here in Ottawa, but all over the world. But it doesn't stop there. From here, your listing is automatically shared across dozens of different websites like Realtor.ca, RoyalLePage.ca, my personal website, jeanricher.com, and many other home search portals. At the same time your home hits the MLS, we launch a full marketing campaign to make sure your home stands out. And that includes social media posts on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Tumblr, TikTok. We put them on stories, on Reels, and we also do Twitter, now X, and also YouTube. We all know that Google is the largest search engine and YouTube is number 2. We also do targeted ads to reach serious local buyers. We do email campaigns to agents and buyers already searching in your area. Your home will also be published on 3 different blog sites. The more exposure, the better it is. We'll also sometimes do a just listed postcard and local promotion campaign. This is where all of your preparation pays off. The photos, the staging, the decluttering, the curb appeal, all that hard work will help make the house stand out from all the others. The first week your house is listed is when it's most visible and the most active. Buyers who have been waiting for a home like yours to hit the market are going to jump on it. So during this period, you'll probably notice an increase in showing requests and sometimes a flood of them. It really depends on the type of the house, the market that's going on, and how many buyers are on the sideline waiting for your property. And this is when I always tell my sellers to plan ahead. Keep the house clean, all the lights are on, the blinds are open, and try to stay as flexible as possible with your schedule for all those showings. If possible, spend some time out of the house that first weekend. It can help you relax, and it makes it easier for buyers to come and go to visit your home. And when those first showings roll in, that's when the real momentum starts. Now let's talk about what happens during these showings. The showings are where buyers finally get to experience your home. They walk through, imagine themselves living there, and start forming emotional connections. Most showings are scheduled through an online booking system. You are going to receive notification in advance, and I'll help you stay organized with who's coming and when. You will always be notified of every single showing. The system is automated. You'll get text messages, emails to let you know what is happening at all times. And here is what I recommend before each showing. Open the blinds and the curtains to let all the natural light come in. Turn on all the lights. It makes your home feel warm and inviting. Even during the day, you never know when that dark cloud passes by, and then that'll make your house feel a little bit darker than it really is. Keep your counters and surfaces clear. The less clutter, it helps buyer focus on the home, not the stuff. Make the beds and tidy up the bathrooms. These little things make a huge impact when people are coming through. Hide your personal items like family photos, mail, or anything with your name on it. If you have pets, this is the tricky part. Try to take them out for a walk or drop them off with a friend during that showing window. Now, in addition to private showing, we might also schedule an open house, typically on a Sunday afternoon. Open houses are great for generating more foot traffic and giving buyers a relaxed opportunity to explore your home. There's also an increased online marketing presence to help promote your home. Some people think open houses don't sell homes, but in my experience, they often spark interest from buyers who are early in their search. And you just never know. That casual visitor may bring an offer the next day. And here's a quick little tip. Before each showing or open house, take one final walk through your home. Look at it as if you were the buyer. Does it smell fresh? Are there any lights that are burnt out? Is the music or temperature comfortable? These small sensory details make a difference. They help the buyers feel at home. After a few days on the market, the next step is to gather the feedback from the agents that have been showing your home. Each time another agent shows the property, I am reaching out to them for their honest feedback. What did the client think? What was the price like? Did they notice anything that might have held them back? You might be surprised at how useful this feedback can be when we can get it from the agent. For example, maybe a buyer loved your layout but thought the basement felt a little bit dark. That's easy to fix. We can add more lighting or tweak the staging. Or perhaps they loved the home but felt the price was a touch high compared to a nearby listing. That's valuable market intelligence. The goal here is to make small adjustments as needed that keep your home competitive and appealing. Sometimes it's not about changing anything big, it's just fine-tuning the presentation or the marketing focus. I will also keep you updated on how your home is performing online. How many people are viewing the listing, how many are saving it, and what the traffic trends look like. Remember, the Ottawa market changes pretty quickly, and being proactive keeps you ahead of other sellers that are just sitting there, not keeping track of what's happening in the market. The next part we talk is offers. This is the part every seller is looking forward to, the actual offers. When an offer comes in, it can be exciting and a little nerve-wracking. That's where I come in. We will sit down together and go over every line by line so you understand exactly what is being presented. Here's what we'll review. The first thing is the price. Is it a strong price and is it in line with your goals? The deposit. A solid deposit shows the buyer is serious. What about the closing date? Does it match your moving timeline? Conditions. Are there any conditions on the offer, such as finance, inspection, possibly maybe the sale of a house? This is what we'll review together in details. The other thing that's also important on that offer are the inclusions and exclusions. What are they asking for? Things that might not be on the listing, but they want that extra item. We have to make sure that we review those very carefully. Sometimes the first offer is the best offer, but not always. If there's room to negotiate, I'll guide you on the best strategy to counteroffer or request changes. And if we're lucky enough to have multiple offers, I'll help you compare them side by side, not just by price, but by strength, flexibility, and risk. And here's another quick tip. A slightly lower offer that's firm or has fewer conditions can sometimes be a smarter choice. It's not always about squeezing every penny. It's about creating a deal that is smooth, secure, and stress-free. It also depends on what you are looking for. At the end of the day, if both buyers and sellers are happy, it's a win-win. The next step is the conditional period. Once you accept an offer, we enter what's called the conditional period. This is when the buyer's side completes their due diligence. The most common conditions are financing. The lender wants to make sure they approve the house and the financing is in place for the property. The next one is the inspection. A home inspector checks the property for issues from top to bottom. Don't be worried. They will always find something in a house. There is no perfect house out there. The status certificate review. If you have a condo, the lawyer will request the status certificate to review to make sure that all the financing is in place and everything in the condo is in good order. For you, the seller, this part is mostly about patience. You'll need to keep the home accessible for inspectors or appraisers, but otherwise, I take care of everything else. Let's say the inspection uncovers something small, maybe a leaky faucet or a missing downspout. Don't panic. These things are common and can usually be resolved pretty easily. If it's something a little bit more significant, we are going to talk strategy, whether to repair it, adjust the price slightly, or do we stand firm? It all depends on the situation. And we will have those conversations just to make sure that it's still a win-win for everybody. During this stage, I will keep you updated on every development. You'll never be left wondering what's happening or is the deal still on track. And when all the conditions are satisfied, that's when we move to the best part. Once the buyer removes their conditions, the deal becomes firm and your home is officially sold. That's the moment every seller is wanting to get to. We'll update the MLS system. We switch your listing status to sold, and then we put that bright sold rider on your lawn sign. Trust me, this part never gets old. Behind the scenes, I'll also notify your lawyer, the buyer's agent, and help start the closing process. And if you've purchased your next home already, I'll make sure that all the paperwork has been taken care of for everything. We will also celebrate this milestone because it deserves it. I usually like to do a quick just sold social media post, with your permission, of course, to share your success story. These posts not only showcase your achievement, but also help other Ottawa homeowners see what's possible when the listing is done right. The next step is preparing for the closing day. Now we enter the home stretch, the countdown to the closing day. Here's what happens during this final phase. Number one, we talk about the paperwork and the legal coordination. Your lawyer handles the transfer of funds, the discharge of any mortgage, and the title transfer. Also, make sure you contact your bank or mortgage broker to make sure they have everything they need. Number two is the packing and the logistics. You'll want to start packing early. Donate what you don't need, label your boxes, and plan your move carefully. Number three, we're talking about utilities and services. Cancel or transfer utilities like hydro, gas, water, internet. Notify your insurance company of your move date as well. You need to have insurance on that property right up until the last day. Next one is the mail forwarding. Set up your mail forwarding with Canada Post so you don't miss anything important. Number five, keys and manuals. Leave behind any spare keys, garage remotes, and instruction manuals for any appliances you have. It's a small touch that buyers really appreciate. A few days before closing, the buyer's agent might schedule a final walkthrough. This is just to make sure the home is still in the same condition as when they bought it, clean, functional, and ready to move in. On the closing day itself, your lawyer receives the funds, signs everything over, and releases the keys to the buyer. And just like that, the selling journey is complete. You've successfully sold your home. Selling your home is a big milestone. It's emotional, it's exciting, and sometimes it can be a little stressful. But when you know what's coming next, it becomes so much easier to handle. As your realtor, my job is to make sure every step feels clear, comfortable, and guided from that first photo shoot to the final key handover. So if you are thinking about selling your home here in Ottawa, whether it's this fall, next spring, or anytime in 2026, let's start planning now. The earlier we prepare, the better we can position your home for success. And I'll walk you through every detail to make sure you sell confidently and for the best possible price. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. If you found it helpful, feel free to share it and hit that thumbs up button. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more straight talk on real estate. I will see you in the next video, but in the meantime, if you have any questions about selling your home or the selling process, make sure to give me a quick call, or you can always email me at jeanricher@jeanricher.com. Merci beaucoup et bonne journée.